Have you ever stopped to wonder where life truly begins? It is not with the first cry of a newborn animal or the sprouting of a seed from the soil. It begins with a silent, invisible process. A process that powers nearly every living thing on our planet. It is a quiet miracle, happening all around us every single moment the sun is in the sky. This remarkable engine is called photosynthesis. It is the fundamental source of energy for the vast interconnected web of life. We often overlook it, yet without this gentle, persistent work, the world as we know it would simply cease to exist. Our forests, our oceans, our own very existence all depend on this fundamental dance between sunlight and life. This process is nature's most magnificent secret. So, how does this extraordinary process work? It sounds complex, yet its recipe is wonderfully simple. It requires just 3 key ingredients. The first is sunlight, the ultimate source of energy for our planet. The second is water, which the plant diligently draws up from the soil through its roots. And the third is a gas called carbon dioxide, which the plant breathes in from the air, just as we breathe in oxygen. These are the raw materials. The plant itself is the factory, and within every green leaf there are microscopic engines ready to begin their work. This is nature's kitchen, where the most important meal on Earth is prepared. The magic happens inside tiny structures within the plant's cells called chloroplasts. These are what give leaves their green color. The green pigment, known as chlorophyll, is the key player. It has the remarkable ability to capture the energy from sunlight. Imagine millions of tiny solar panels, each one perfectly designed to trap the sun's rays. When sunlight strikes the chlorophyll, it energizes the water molecules the plant has absorbed. The plant then uses this newfound energy to begin a remarkable transformation, breaking apart the water and setting the stage for creation. It is a moment of pure potential, the spark that ignites the engine of life. With the sun's energy now captured and stored, the plant performs its next trick. It takes the carbon dioxide it has collected from the atmosphere and combines it with the components of the water it has split. Through a series of intricate chemical reactions, it rearranges these simple molecules. It builds something entirely new, a type of sugar called glucose. This glucose is pure, concentrated energy. It is the plant's food. It is a portable, storable source of power that the plant can use to grow, to build new leaves, to produce flowers, to create seeds for the next generation. It is the fuel for its entire existence. And in this process there is a wonderful byproduct. Something is left over from the water molecules that were split at the beginning. That something is oxygen. The plant does not need it, so it releases it back into the air as a waste product. For the plant it is simply a leftover. For us and for nearly all animal life on Earth, this waste is the very gas that we need to breathe to survive. For the plant it is simply a leftover. For us, and for nearly all animal life on Earth, this waste is the very gas that we need to breathe to survive. It is an incredible act of planetary recycling. One organism's waste is another's treasure. This beautiful, balanced exchange is what has shaped our atmosphere and made complex life, including our own, possible on this planet. And so, we must look closer. We must seek to understand this fundamental process. It is not just a topic for a science textbook, it is the story of our world, our food, our air, our future. By understanding photosynthesis, we begin to understand our own profound connection to the natural world. We may not think about it often, but the evidence of photosynthesis is all around us, deeply woven into our daily lives. Look at the food on your dinner plate. The crisp lettuce in your salad, the flour in your bread, the potato alongside your meat. They are stores of solar energy captured by plants and converted into forms we can eat. Meat fish comes from animals that relied on plants for energy. Every meal we eat is a meal of sunlight passed along by green leaves. Beyond our food, consider the materials that build our world. While the basic principles of photosynthesis are straightforward, the natural world is filled with astonishing and clever adaptations of this process. Not all plants perform it in the same way. In the searing heat of the desert, plants like cacti face a dilemma. Opening the pores on their leaves to take in carbon dioxide during the day would cause them to lose precious water. So, they have evolved a remarkable solution. They only open these pores at night when it is cooler and store the carbon dioxide. The world of photosynthesis is not limited to land. The oceans are teeming with microscopic photosynthetic life. Tiny organisms called phytoplankton float in the sunlit upper layers of the sea. Though individually invisible to the naked eye, they exist in such vast numbers that they produce at least half of the oxygen in our atmosphere. Every other breath you take is a gift from these humble ocean drifters. They form the base of the marine food web, feeding tiny krill feeding the great blue whale. Some creatures have formed extraordinary partnerships. The algae photosynthesize, providing coral with most of its food. Understanding the profound importance of photosynthesis brings with it a great sense of responsibility. The plant's algae forests are not merely decorative features of the landscape, they are our green guardians. When they flourish, we flourish. When they suffer, we are all placed at risk. Yet we are putting these vital systems under immense pressure. Deforestation driven by the demand for agriculture and urban expansion is clearing vast areas at an alarming rate. We are cutting down the very engines that produce our oxygen and absorb the carbon dioxide that is warming our planet. In the oceans, pollution and rising temperatures threaten the delicate phytoplankton and coral reefs, endangering the base of the marine food web. Every act of conservation, no matter how small, is an act of gratitude for the life-giving work of photosynthesis. We can support reforestation efforts. We can make conscious choices as consumers and advocate for policies that protect our planet. The future is in our hands. The story of photosynthesis is the story of life itself. It began billions of years ago with the simplest of organisms and unfolded into the magnificent complexity we see today. It is still being written in every leaf that unfurls, and in every algal bloom that colors the sea. To learn about photosynthesis is to gain a deeper appreciation for the quiet, persistent forces that shape our world. Carry that sense of wonder with you. Look at the world with new eyes. Talk to your friends, your family, your children about this incredible process. Explain how a simple leaf feeds the world. The more people who understand this truth, the more will stand up to protect the natural systems that sustain us. By spreading this knowledge, we can build a global community that values and respects the green world. Let your curiosity grow. Keep learning, keep exploring, keep questioning. Photosynthesis is one of nature's most beautiful chapters. It is a story of hope and resilience. The future is in our hands, and it begins with a single ray of sunlight. If you enjoyed this journey into the unseen engine of our world, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for more nature stories.